Welcome to Chamber Exchange, a TV show. My name is Tim Murray, President and CEO of the Worcester Regional Chamber of Commerce. And Chamber Exchange, a TV show, is an opportunity for us to bring on Chamber member guests and other people in the community that are making a difference as it relates to our regional economy. With that, I want to welcome Stephanie Luebbers, who is the head of school at the Bancroft School. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Yeah, well, we talk about the different sectors that drive our economy. Education is a big part of that, and the Bancroft School has been around for a while, and a big celebration coming up.
Yeah, actually, this is our 125th school year, so we have lots of exciting things planned. We're going to start out with a big drone picture of everybody on campus. But one of the other things that we're doing this year is trying to connect with Bancroft connected businesses around town, and so we've got some games and things for kids so that they can go around and meet some alumni and friends of the school around Worcester.
Yeah, well,
excited about that.
Yeah, with the school being founded in 1900, so in 2025 you've got that 125th anniversary. I'm sure there's a lot of history and connections with various businesses, alums, etc.
Absolutely. We started out on Elm Street and then Seaver Street, and we've been at our location on Shore Drive since the late 50s. Mm-hmm. So lots happening there.
Yeah, and before the show officially kicked off, we were talking a little bit about, started out as a all-female school.
That's correct.
Yeah.
It was an all-girls school, and we invited boys in for lower grades, and in the late 60s, it became co-ed through the high school.
Right.
So some of the young men who graduated from 8th grade, and some later on in high school.
Got it.
Fully co-ed now.
Right, and a beautiful facility.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful facility.
So, Stephanie, you started you're going at your second year as head of school. Maybe you could talk a little bit about, you're coming to Bancroft, coming to Central Mass, and what your hope and vision is for year two.
Yeah, really excited to talk about that. Bancroft is an incredible place. When I interviewed a number of years ago, it was the community that drew me so quickly and deeply, and the curriculum. And the school really is one school, pre-K-12. So it's wonderful to see the threads of curriculum go from the pre-K kids, where they're learning about self-advocacy, and they're on the stage in October speaking to 200 other kids, all the way through our seniors who are doing impressive co-ops around the city before they graduate. So that linkage, that through line is something really special, and I've worked in schools like that, and it's just such a sweet spot for community and for a really deep and rich curriculum that we really know the kids. Mm-hmm. Whether they're coming in pre-K or 5th grade or 7th grade or 9th or 10th grade, it's know and nurture and stretch and challenge, and those two things together, that pairing is magic in my mind.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And you made a good point. There are probably a certain number of students that start pre-K and go all the way through, but there are students that come at different points in life, maybe the high school, junior high, etc. Yeah.
One of the great things about a school like Bancroft is that sense of knowing and paying attention to who students are. Some students feel like they've been there forever on day 2, and others it takes them time. And when there are adults around them who are learning about them and watching them and stretching them, they start to see themselves as a part of the fabric of the community pretty quickly. Mm-hmm. And it's a really welcoming kid community too. Yeah.
Well, you can't help but drive by the school and see that there's amenities, sports programs, I'm sure, clubs and activities beyond just the classroom.
Yeah, absolutely.
Experience.
Yep, we have two of the really big ones that we have are robotics, and we're starting a robotics program in the middle school. We've got a really strong, very engaged program in the high school, and speech and debate, nationally ranked team in speech and debate. And that too links back to pre-K and those kids who come on stage early in the year. That confidence to make a difference in the world is really wonderful. When you drive by, the buildings look great, but when you go on the back side of school, there's a paved path, and that path has students on it all day long. Little kids, big kids, and all the teachers that work with them. That's where the excitement is, on that side of the building.
And you've got, for those who may be interested in learning more, actually coming physically onto the campus, you've got an open house coming up.
Yes, we do have an open house coming up. It's next Tuesday.
August 13th?
August 13th from 4 to 6. Look at our website, and if you're interested, we do have a few spots in a couple select grades. We're always looking for kiddos and their families who think Bancroft might be a good fit for education and being a part of a really cool community.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
We want parents to be engaged in it too. It's a partnership that we're building.
Right, and you know, the the classroom size, number of teachers, students.
Generally, classrooms in the lower school are 14 to 17 students per grade level, and in the high school it's similar to that per section. Some the higher level classes are smaller than that, just not as many kids.
Yeah, and so when we had a chance, I think last year, to meet upon your arrival, you're relatively new to the area, had been in Massachusetts, but been at some schools around the country,
Yes.
if I remember correctly.
Yes, I feel like it's a little bit that I'm coming back to center. My love is multi-divisional schools. I wanted to be in a place where community was important. I was most recently head of school at a small boarding school in Western Mass, but much of my career has been as an English teacher, a 3-season coach, and then an administrator. So as you might be able to tell, I love the life of schools.
Yeah.
It's really exciting, and it's challenging work right now. And when it gets really challenging, the best thing to do is to go out and see what the students and adults are doing together. The teachers are impressive, and the work that they're doing with the kids in the classroom is wonderful. And on the fields and on the stage.
And as a lifelong educator, coach, you know, we're a few years out of COVID now. There's still kind of that shakeout academically. Students who might have been in remote settings trying to kind of catch up both on the academic and the social skills. Your observation on that in that process?
Yeah, there are kids that have some gaps, and it depends on the student where those gaps are. They come in lots of different places, so having teachers who are able to differentiate in the classroom and meet students where they are and then stretch them really is very important. Obviously, the world is pushing in all the time in schools, and so we're trying to build engagement for students, have them be excited about all of the clubs and the sports and those opportunities that they have to work together as a team and with others in the institution. And we talk about that all the time, and they're there with us. It's exciting.
Yeah.
And it's fun to have their parents come on campus and their guardians come on campus and say, wow, that's great. It's really cool to see what you're doing.
Yeah, yeah. So we just got a minute left. So we talked about the open house event on August 13th from 4 to 6 p.m. and people can go online and register for that.
Absolutely.
And learn about the opportunity to come on campus. 125th anniversary starting in 2025 and some of the events happening around that. But people can go to the website.
Correct.
Which is?
At bancroftschool.org.
Okay, and also on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn.
All of those places.
All right. Well, Stephanie Luebbers, who's the head of school at Bancroft School, thank you for being with us and giving us a little background on all the exciting things that are happening now and with the 125th.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Yeah. Stay with us. We're going to come back for our next segment in just a moment.
These days, you've got your hands full in life. That's why we help you bank simply and securely with tools like Face ID and Touch ID. It's why we make it easy to make purchases on the go and get cash back while you're at it. Why we help you quickly deposit checks wherever you are. And it's why we lend a hand with sending and receiving money right from your phone. So even when you're on the move, you can manage your finances. Bank Hometown. Unlock your potential.
Worcester, a city with heart, history, and promise. A hub of innovation in life sciences, education, and healthcare. Home to multi-generational families, first-generation citizens, and next-generation baseball and hockey greats. Home to great parks, world-class museums, theaters, and restaurants. Worcester, the place to visit, to invest, and to call home.